Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you watch this channel. If Ndindi Nyoro is telling us that the government has always been increasing fuel prices intentionally so that they can secure certain hidden money, then this is a bit shocking. Now, I'd like us to look at a statement that Ndindi Nyoro delivered.
In an oil-producing country like Kenya, the only tool a government is left with is altering the levies and taxes. This is where the problem is. The government of Kenya actually added a new levy last year of 7 shillings in the fuel prices. And how the government works is that time when the fuel prices are coming down, actually that's the reason why Kenya's never failed the global deceleration of the oil prices, because it's around that time that the government introduced a secret 7 shillings in fuel levy.
I went through that video, listened to the bits that Ndindi Nyoro was unleashing there, and I was shocked. First, I flashed back on what Moses Kuria said last year, that was the 2024, let's say 2023, 2024 there, when there was talk of another global hike in terms of fuel prices. And according to Moses Kuria, he talked about the global war. He talked about Israel and Hamas war. Then there was another separate excuse that this regime gave about Russia-Ukraine war. You see, these were some of the reasons which the government used to try to justify the main reason why the price of fuel was skyrocketing. Now there's also another time where we were told that the price of fuel had gone down, but in Kenya it kept on going up. So listening to what Ndindi Nyoro has told us about the government strategy, that every time fuel goes down they would introduce an element that would make sure that that gap ambayo price imeshuka, it's covered by that item. It's a bit shocking because we are told about 7 shillings and then we are told about 1.75 billion loan that was taken as a result of this money that the government increased on fuel to be able to hoodwink Kenyans that prices ilikuwa hazishuki as projected. Now, I'd like us to focus on this statement from Ndindi Nyoro, ladies and gentlemen. But first and foremost, allow me to encourage you to please support the work we do on this channel by liking this video and also subscribing to this channel if you are not subscribed before. And to our existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you, this channel wouldn't have grown. I have gone through reactions. People have been reacting to Ndindi Nyoro's explosive revelation about the government's strategy of putting some money, introducing a tax or a levy to be able to convince Kenyans that the prices are not dropping at all. Now, I'm shocked about the 7 shillings. You know, 7 shillings, ati kama oil inashuka na kama shilingi 7-8, wanaweka item ya shilingi 7 so that hii oil isishuke sana, ishuke na shilingi tu. Alafu tuambie kwamba ilishuka na shilingi. You know, I've seen people react to this remarks by Ndindi Nyoro, and of course, there are people who will support Ndindi Nyoro's words. There are people who will ask Ndindi Nyoro, why didn't you reveal these things last year? Like, for instance, Engineer Okara Omai says, so where was this fraud last year when this was happening? These politicians are never genuine. Even the guys exiting government need you, they need to ride with the wave to be re-elected. We must drain the swamp in full. Okay, that is one person who seems to be differing with Ndindi Nyoro. Then there's another person here. This didn't start yesterday. Fuel hikes has been used by any regimes to generate quick revenue, which is often reflected in government books within 48 hours. It's one of the most effective ways of securing loans revenue without having to go to the budget route. If you really want the government to hold serious talks, encourage the transport industry or personal cars to go on strike. Watch how that will be solved in seconds. So let's forget about some of this reaction. Now let's focus on Ndindi Nyoro. So Ndindi Nyoro ametuambia kwamba 7 shillings ilikuwa inakuwa introduced. So hii 7 shillings, bei ya mafuta ikishuka wanaweka ile shilingi 7 pale inazuia. Ikishuka wanaweka shilingi 7. So shilingi 7 inachukuliwa tu kwa wananchi, pesa inachukuliwa kwa wananchi. So people pay for prices ambazo hazija drop. Because you are used to paying for diesel around 178, you're told that now diesel is 171. Then you are happy. Kumbe diesel ni 165, ama ni 169, ama ni 168, but remember 171. So there's some margin pale ambayo inaekwa. You know, diesel is 171. So if you remove 7 from 171, you're left with 164. Kumbe the actual price size inafaa iwe 164, but they have introduced an item. So whether Ndindi Nyoro is selling us these things saizi because ana machungu ama anatuambia tu saizi kwa sababu anataka kusaidia Wakenya, haina neno. The fact remains kwamba hii ni explosive revelation from someone who served in the government. Ndindi Nyoro, being the former budget committee chair, knows a lot, ladies and gentlemen. He knows the secrets of this government. Even though someone would like to say that Ndindi Nyoro ni kama ana machungu kwa sababu alikuwa kicked out. Of course, that can be a point, yes. But the other point is that Ndindi Nyoro has told Kenyans exactly what happened. Now, that leads me to this statement by Moses Kuria. Now, one of the reasons why Moses Kuria is hated right now by majority of Kenyans is that when Kenyans were believing that globally the price per barrel had gone down, in Kenya it was not going down. And Moses Kuria told us that if we want the prices of oil to go down, we can go to Tanzania tukachimba kisima yetu kule huko tukachimbe kisima ya mafuta yetu.
Kushinda kwa Twitter kutoka jioni mpaka asubuhi, kutoka mpaka jioni, itakusaidia namna gani? Jamani, wale vijana tusiingie kwa hiyo right. Kenya haitaendelea kwa kuweka sufuria kwa kichwa. Sasa ukishinda kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni, bei ya mafuta imeongezeka, si uchipe kisima yako? Dunia mzima tunajua bei ya crude oil imeenda juu. Na kama wale watu wa Makerere wako na kisima, mimi niko tayari kuchipa kesho. Nionyeshe ngoma yako, niambie wewe chipa mafuta hapa ndio bei teremke.
You see, that was not a good statement coming from a leader kama yule. Back then he was a CS. He didn't have to put things in that direction. Because look here, now Ndindi Nyoro has told us something that majority of Kenya didn't know about. So what is Moses Kuria going to say now? When Moses Kuria decided to defend the government by pushing a wrong narrative, that is the time Moses Kuria ended his political career completely. So now even if he resigns because he wants to become the Kiambu governor, it's not going to make any meaningful effect. Moses Kuria bado atakosa tu, kwa sababu already alishaharibu. Such kind of statement zilimaliza kisiasa. The best he can be right now ni kuappoint na William RUTO, apoe kazi, apoe waziri, apoe kazi zingine, kazi light tu, ili apate mshahara. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this statement coming from Ndindi Nyoro? Ndindi Nyoro. Nyoro has revealed that there is no more secrets this time round. And that's why he's unleashing this explosive truth. So, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Till you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.